everyone. My name is Dara. This is Dear Hallmark, and this is the space where I nerd and geek out over Hallmark Channel movies, TV shows, and stuff. And today we are talking about some Hallmark Mahogany stuff, but I am not by myself today. No, 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 no. We have an esteemed guest here. Please raise your glasses for Miss Sharnel Young of Hallmark Mahogany.
Cheers. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. My name is Sharnel Young. I'm currently a category program leader with Hallmark, working on the Mahogany brand. So what does that mean? I am all things mahogany.com. So if you're familiar with it, or if not, go check it out today, like right now, mahogany.com.
Like right now. Yes, like right now. So Sharnel, before we get to deep dive and get your True Hollywood story about how you came to mahogany and what mahogany means to you and all that jazz, I want to ask you, what's like a bomb meal that you've had recently? Something that just, you know how when we eat and something's good, we gotta pause, we get silent, we do a little jig, like a little dance or whatever. So what was a meal that you've had recently that made you go, oh my goodness?
Okay, so I am actually pregnant. So yeah, thank you. I'm 5 months pregnant. And so I feel like there's a lot of things that make me not be jamming. And there's a lot of things that be like, oh, this is good. But recently I have had this obsession with McDonald's French fries. Hot, fresh out the grease. I don't know why. I have dreams about it. I've just been going to get, and I haven't eaten McDonald's in like the last year or so, but some McDonald's French fries, hot out the grease. I asked them, I was like, can I get a large fry, no salt? And they make it fresh for me. It's that's it for me.
That's right. It.
Like today, like I could probably leave this interview and go get some
yes. I haven't had McDonald's fries in I don't know how long. And I was just buying McDonald's today and I was like, should I? And I decided against it. But I had a meal recently. I like treated myself to a little fancy dinner and I got some salmon and asparagus and mashed potatoes. Mm-hmm. And the bread came with this like honey butter.
It's honey butter bread for me.
Oh gosh.
I can't eat seafood right now.
Oh man.
No. I love seafood. I love some crab legs, some shrimp, salmon, everything. And it smells horrible to me.
Oh,
man. So I'm on a no seafood diet right now.
Man, do you think you'll pick that back up though once you have your...
I would be very highly disappointed if I can't eat crab legs anymore, or shrimp, or tuna, or salmon. I would be so sad. I mean, I know like the baby's a blessing, but I would look at him every day and be like, I can't eat crab legs because of you. Like,
your fault.
I love you, but crap, you had to take seafood from me? Right. Not only my body, my face, like everything else, but my
food. Oh man. So let's get into it, Sharnel. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to work with Hallmark Mahogany.
Yes. So as I mentioned, my name is Sharnel Young. I'm from Conyers, Georgia, so it's about 30 minutes outside Atlanta, on the east side. And I attended Bethune-Cookman University, the great Bethune-Cookman University, which is a historically Black college and university in Daytona Beach, and got my undergraduate degree there. And then I went on and got my master's degree in business analytics from Mercer University, graduating actually December 2021. So almost a year ago, I finished.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. And which leads me to Hallmark. I was in my master's program looking for an internship. And I saw one with Hallmark Mahogany specifically right after Alexis Kerr was announced being a part of the Mahogany brand. And so from there, I applied, I met with them. I met with her and Sophia and the HR representative. And within a week's time frame, I had an offer from them to work with them as a master's MBA intern last summer. And from there, we were moving in fast and furious. So our team started off, I was the third person on the team. And now we have, I think, 6 members on our team that work, on the Mahogany brand from like the marketing perspective. Of course, we have our creators and writers and all that good stuff within Hallmark, but that's under Alexis's team. It's about 6 of us. And so I was the third person on that team. And And then from there, I was doing very well at what I do, I'm assuming, because they offer me full time while being in grad school. And so grad school and working full time is very difficult, but you can do it if you have the right people around you, the right team, not only from a corporate standpoint, work standpoint, but even just your personal life. As long as you have the right people around you, you can honestly do anything. And so I was able to work full time, be in school full time, finish my capstone. And with the thanks of my team, like I said, my Hallmark team, Alexis and team, I was able to graduate in December. And so that's how I came into the Mahogany and Hallmark brand as a worker, as an employee there.
So for people who may not be familiar, what is Hallmark Mahogany? Like what does that mean? What is it?
Yeah, no. And so I feel like everyone has their like Hallmark story or mahogany moment. At least for me, mine has been like the cards. I mean, of course, you have the Hallmark movies, right?
Mhm.
But that touch point for me was the mahogany cards. And so, one, just in general, whenever I tell people I work for Hallmark Mahogany, or whenever my mom tells people, because mainly my mom, telling everybody, oh my God, I love Hallmark. I love mahogany and Hallmark movies. Can I write cards for you? And I'm like, no, not for me. But go on Hallmark and apply for whatever's open. But yes, you can look at mahogany.com's writing community and we can talk about that later. But no, no, I'm joking. But no, that's the first thing is the cards, cards, cards. I think everyone knows that. I mean, for the last 30 years, I mean, the Mahogany brand has been honored and celebrating, enhancing, connections between Black families and friends by capturing what's most important and valued in Black culture. So Mahogany is widely known for like the products and all that good stuff. And so under the leadership of Alexis Kerr, our vice president, the brand has been undergoing a transformation, like to reach the core consumer, which is us, Black women, right? With
Mhm.
new channels, activations, and events that provide platforms for her to share her voice. So in December 2021, Mahogany introduced mahogany.com. So that is my baby. I love mahogany.com. If like I will do another plug. If you haven't gone to the website, go check it out. It is a lifestyle destination where Black women can trust that their unique stories will be told, their truths will be heard and honored, and their collective culture celebrated through the vibrant spectrum of their individual experiences. So
That
I feel like that answers your question, but I may have gone off on a tangent. So let me know.
no, this is Tangent City, population two, right here. So it's okay. It is okay. It is okay. So were you familiar with Hallmark in general before applying when you applied for that internship? Like, were you familiar with the cards or were you familiar with the movies? What was kind of your gateway into your awareness of Hallmark in general?
I think my original gateway would be a hybrid between the movies and cards. I am still one of them people that writes cards all the time. Pre Hallmark, pre working for Hallmark, pre everything mahogany. I would go to the dollar store and go get a card for Mother's Day, Father's Day, any holidays, birthdays, like dollar store is my store. And I would go there and make sure to get something for people. So I would always feel like they were both in conjunction, but the movies too, right? The Christmas movies, right? I was always,
Yes.
that's what you turn on. Even when you're just cooking something, it's just something in the background while you're baking and cooking during the holidays that have on. And so the Hallmark movie channel was also another gateway. So I would say a combination for me would be like my introduction into the Hallmark family.
So you mentioned earlier Hallmark Mahogany and mahogany.com having this writing community. Could you talk a little bit more about that? What are some of the topics, like if people were to visit the website, that they could find that could encourage them or uplift them, like you mentioned, is the goal of mahogany.com?
Yeah, so we launched, like I said, in December, and right now it's well, we're September, right? So almost 9, 10 months in, and we have about 16 women that is writing for the writing community with the goal to grow to 30, right? So if you're hearing this right now, from September 1st to the 15th, we have openings for guest post writers, and from there, we're pulling people to help write with us monthly and from a monthly standpoint. So please go and look at it. If you're interested in writing for Hallmark Mahogany in our writing community, go now. But yes, you can find any and everything. So what we like to talk about, because we have monthly meetings with our writers where we bring in people from our Hallmark writers, Hallmark creatives, vice presidents, Alexis, and everyone from our team just to come and pour into our Black women. But
Mm.
this is a sisterhood. We come into this fold and we talk about any and everything that anyone wants to talk about. And so you'll find anything about from finances to love to health
Mm.
and like you will find all topics, and we don't tell them what to write about. We let
Mm.
you write whatever you want to write about because we want it to truly be a sister circle where people can come, us people, Black women can come, and anyone honestly can come
Yeah.
and have a touch point within our community to be like, wow, I experienced that too, or I've navigated that too. Kind of like a movie where you're saying, oh my God, I experienced that, or I love that, and I resonate with that, but in a platform on where you can actually go read about it and blog about it and comment about it and talk about it in the comments, whether it's on our social media or on our website. So it's another form for us to touch point our Black women in our community.
And you mentioned movie, which let's just cha-cha slide right on over there because Hallmark Mahogany debuted its first film, which I was oodles and noodles excited about. Unthinkably Good Things, which starred Karen Pittman, Joyful Drake, Erica Ash, Lance Gross, Jermaine Love. It was directed by Terry J. Vaughn.
Yeah.
And what was it like from your perspective as a digital lead, as a marketing lead? Like, that whole process of pushing a film out there and starting a whole new branch or a
Yeah.
whole arm of Hallmark Mahogany. What was that like from your perspective?
Yeah. I mean, just from a fan, right? Taking me out of a worker and employee, like just from a fan, I think it's very important for companies and brands to reflect and like just put other people on the big TV screens. And I
Mhm.
know from a Hallmark channel, like that's even more big because yes, we see ourselves in some of these Netflix ones and all these blockbuster ones, but just to see something on actual just a TV program is very impactful, especially coming from Hallmark. So
Yeah.
growing up, like I said, I've watched Hallmark movie channels, and to be able to see someone that looks like me, someone that's experiencing things like me, and to see positive Black women in positive Black roles and experiencing just everyday life stuff that we all go through that we may not
Yeah.
talk about, or that we may talk about. Just seeing that is very impactful and powerful. Just for me, like as a fan. Now, me from a worker standpoint, like let me just put my worker hat, like there was a lot of great individual people that went behind this program just to get it up and running. Tony Judkins was amazing at putting together this all-star cast and getting everything together from not only just a cast standpoint but even just from the writing. Amazing and phenomenal, and her whole team there at Hallmark Media, because it was Crown Media, at Hallmark Media has been amazing. And so just to see that Hallmark pour into this brand has been amazing, from Alexis Kerr to Tony. It's we're all moving forward, right? And so just being on the inside, of course we knew it was coming and what was coming down the line. And so it's exciting to see about it but not talk about it, because you're just like it's just like,
Right.
okay, you see the comments like, when are we going to see ourselves on screen? I would love to see a Black woman here and there. And it's just like, just wait on it, like we're
Mhm.
coming, like
Mhm.
we're coming and we're here, right? And so
Yeah.
I'm just excited that Hallmark is being very intentional about working with and pouring into our Black community, whether it's having a movie, whether it's having this writing community, and also, little side note, whether it's having Black women-owned businesses featured on our e-commerce platform,
Woo!
dropping on mahogany.com. I'm just saying, right? That is so
Woo!
important for me as a Black woman, right? I don't like shop Black, buy Black. That's important. And so to be able to promote these type of women on this platform is amazing. And so for me, like I see it from a standpoint, a holistic standpoint that most people don't get to see. I get to see like the back end and front end of it as a
Right.
consumer myself, as well as a worker.
Oh, I love that because as someone too who consumes these movies at, I won't say an ungodly amount, but like it's healthy. I and we've seen Black women, Black men in these movies before, but it's something different having Black writers, like people almost behind the screen as well as in front of the screen, because then you hear certain things, or there's certain music placements, or you just notice certain things where you're like, oh, somebody knows. Like somebody, ain't nobody just like, not anybody can just write that. Like that took someone who knows what's up to like write
Mhm.
something like that.
Yes.
So I remember like just smiling the entire time because I did watch it live when the
Mhm.
movie premiered, just like finally. It was just like,
Yes.
woo, like this is what I'm talking about. And then even seeing and if you could talk about this a little bit, like the premiere event that happened in LA with the mahogany blue carpet and the beautiful backdrop, almost like what you have behind you. And even seeing some of our usual suspects in terms of like your Andrew Walker, Tyler Hines, Neil Bledsoe, Rachel Boston, Autumn Reeser, them even there supporting the launch of their first movie. What was the what was that like? Like what? Just go, just talk because
No, no, no. I will say I first saw the movie at the one of our Atlanta film festivals here, and I actually got to bring our mom. So we did they had a film festival here where we invited some of our partners and we told them to bring their moms. And so I live in Atlanta, so I brought my mom with us. And so I sat beside her and I got to experience the movie, like basically with like girl, like it's a girls' night and we
right.
watched the movie. And so not only was my mom beside me, but this other lady who's a personal trainer here, and then like one of Tony's cousins. And so we are just experiencing it like we in our home on our sofa. When the men popped up on the screen, we over here like, ooh, hitting each other when we having those moments, those raw moments, and where I wanted to cry because I felt what like Erica's character was going through. I was like, oh my God, so my mom's like, I want to cry. And like, so I got to experience it on that level, as well as have pretty much all the cast up there and the director and the writer up there and have that, after screen conversation as well. So it was really great to experience it in that light. That was my first time at a film festival with, all the bells and whistles. And so it was
Yeah.
amazing not only to experience it on the big screen, but also to experience it with my mom. And I'm so happy that Hallmark Mahogany was able to allow us to do that. And so, yes, like love experiencing it that way. That was great. But I know you asked another question too after that. I'm like, wait, what did you say?
But were you at the premiere event that took place in LA?
The premiere event. No, I was not. I was like you all. I was watching vicariously through social media, tapping through people's profiles and everything. But no, a few people on our team went. Of course, Alexis went, and then
Mhm.
Nicole from our marketing team went as well. And so I got to live vicariously through them, and it looked amazing. I didn't know about the blue carpet. I was like, oh, because it's the mahogany blue, right? I'm like,
Right.
y'all brought out a blue carpet. I was like, this is amazing. It looks so beautiful. It was amazing, like how they had it all set up. It was kind of like a screen on a green type thing. I was like, this is phenomenal. And like you said, having all those other actors there and a lot of people there to support it is amazing. Like, I love how Hallmark is pouring into this movie, into this franchise, into this brand from all perspectives. And they're being, like I said, they're being very intentional about it from how they're doing it. And so I love the support from other actors. I love the support even from the actors, because even them just tagging our mahogany brand home at Hallmark Mahogany has been
Mhm.
great. Has been great to see all the people like influx in that
Yeah.
hasn't been the normal crowd, right?
Yeah.
So it's been
Yeah.
great. I didn't get the 10, hopefully next one, but that it looked so beautiful.
Yes. So speaking of the next one, the next Hallmark Mahogany movie, you mentioned to me there's a sneak peek of something in that movie, which by the time this comes out, it would have already aired. That movie
Yes.
is To Her with Love, which stars Sky Marshall and Tobias Trevelyan. But what is an Easter egg that if people rewatch it, because they may not have known upon first watch, but when they rewatch it, what will be something that they'll be able to spot in that movie?
So we will be having our first mahogany journal. Oh my God. I don't know if you have like sound effects like beep, 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 beep.
We make our own here.
Give me the sound, like DJ it up. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
No, that will be premiering in the movie. And so I just saw a clip of it where she's writing in our journal that we created with our Hallmark creators, as well as with some of our Hallmark writers from our writing community. So that was like huge from our Hallmark writers and writer community. Was able to create this journal, like a self-guided journal where you have some prompts and then you just have, some blank pages to write about. And it goes through so many emotions and just everyday feelings in life and it touched on different points. Like I said, everything that we're doing on the writing community is kind of touching on those topics in this journal. And so you will be able to scan a QR code straight from your screen and order it on mahogany.com. And so by now you probably have already seen the movie, but you can go to mahogany.com and the journal is called 100 Days of Living Uplifted and Empowered, which is of course through our Uplifted and Empowered card line. So you will be able to see that in the movie as well as order it on mahogany.com.
I love that. And because this is release week for the movie, it's definitely going to be played a lot. So there's going to be multiple chances for the audience to rewatch it. And if they want to like do it that way and wait for the QR code to pop up on screen, they could do that as well. So leading into that, you mentioned earlier that there is an e-commerce store that Hallmark Mahogany is launching, and this is the premiere week for that as well, which is like, oh, you guys are just shooting for the moon, and I love it.
Like all cylinders are firing, and I feel like we always like to say like we're a train that's moving but building at the same time. Like we are in go mode. Yes, yes. So we are launching our e-commerce platform on mahogany.com. So you go check it out right now. Like go shop. Like let me know, what am I missing? I know we're missing something and we are totally fine with that, but go let us know. So yes, we have everything. So right now, like this evolution we're on at Mahogany is going from a greeting card brand to a lifestyle brand, right? You see that in some of the events, the places we show up, the spaces we're showing up, and you see that in our movie, right? And then you'll see that in our writing community. But now we want to also show it in what we do best, right? We got to sell. We gotta make some money, right? And so we have our cards. Our cards will always be our anchor, our baby, our staple. That is on mahogany.com, of course. Go at it. We love it. But we're bringing a new formats for the cards. We're bringing also, we know we speak well through words. Like words is our thing. Yeah. So what can we do well with that? Like what can we transition to that? I.e. the journal, 100 Days of Living Uplifted and Empowered. And then we have a lot of different other products on there. And I also mentioned we are featuring some Black women-owned businesses. So by the time this launches, you'll be able to go purchase from four Black women-owned businesses on mahogany.com. And with more to come, right? With more to come. And so I'm super excited. We have Scars by Kenya Moley. We have Valerie Ray's collection, 125 collection. She has some candles on there. We have Keely Smith. I'm sorry, I might miss her name. From Crowned Illustrations. She has like this accessory pouch. So cute. And then we have a few other Black women-owned business that will be coming out the end of this year too. So I'm super excited. We worked so hard. My person, my Rock Taylor, has been working very hard in bringing these partnerships to life and these Black women-owned businesses. And we'll also be featuring a few of their behind the stories kind of on our writing community too. So that will all come out as well on September 15th. You'll be able to read about them on our writing community.
Now, Sharnel, you just first of all seeing your excitement about all this, but you being a part of it, because this is really like you use the word evolution, the expansion of Hallmark Mahogany. How does it feel being a part of that and like witnessing this transformation and this explosion and this expansion of Hallmark Mahogany?
Yeah, no, this has been an amazing experience. One, I think just from the core, to be able to work on a team full of Black women has been an experience I haven't had before, like at all. I've worked in corporate prior to Mahogany. And so to be able to have a Black manager, a Black director, Black marketing manager, and women that are actually pouring into you has been pivotal in me and just transitioning and coming out of grad school, right? And so I'm just grateful to be able to see these type of women in these leadership roles and actually willing to help you maneuver and, and do better and like trust you. It's like, hey, Sharnel, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. I need you to launch mahogany.com. And it's like, you want me to do this? I need you to manage this. Yes, like we believe in you and we're going to help you get there. We're going to help you work through whatever bumps you, like we have your hand, we got your hand. Like, how Michelle Obama said, reach back. These ladies are reaching back, stepping through and dragging me through sometimes, like
Yes.
get up here, get
Yes.
it together. So just from just the basis of the team has been been amazing and very impactful in the ways that I'm growing within for myself personally, as professionally, as a leader as well. But yeah, no, I think when we first had our first meeting with our writing community, I think that's when it really when I actually took a step back and it sank in
Mm.
me. And these Black women, it was about 9 of us that we started with. These Black women, we sat on the call and they were just so happy. They were crying. They were just
Mm.
like, I've always wanted to do something like this. Like one of them was like, my audience doesn't look like my social media audience isn't me. My blog audience isn't me. What looks like me. So I finally get a chance to write and talk to women that look like me. And it was just so empowering and impactful that wow, I literally researched, looked into these women, reached out to them personally, connect with them personally, and hired them. I've hired 16 Black women to work on this writing community. Between I have 2 editors and I have a community lead, and then I have all these other women that are my writers. And I guess it's more because I have 16 writers, right? I'm like, wait, I actually have more. And so I'm just grateful that I'm in a position to be able to offer this opportunity to work with an iconic brand, to work with a major brand like Hallmark, and then the iconic brand of Mahogany, and give them this platform to be able to share not only what they're dealing with and experiencing, but also just to have it on their resume. It's amazing for them to be like, I write for Mahogany and Hallmark Mahogany, and I'm just happy I'm able to do that because that's for me. It's important for me to pour back into my community. It's important for me to reach back, and so I'm getting that reach back and pour back into for my leadership, and I'm trying to do that for the people that work with me on this writing community and the women that is working on this brand from an e-commerce standpoint.
So, what would you say to the woman who may not be Black, but she's still like, how would you encourage her that she can still be one who can read the articles, who can get something from the articles and even the movies that are coming out in the future?
Yes, no, I mean, go and read art. I feel like you just have to go and read the articles, go watch the movie because even from the movie standpoint, I feel like any woman can resonate with starting over in
Mhm.
general, right? Doing a career move, a career change, and or traveling solo. Like if you haven't traveled solo, I think everyone should try it. But as a woman, you surely should. I traveled solo in multiple places, but I studied abroad and lived abroad in China. So I went to a new country, didn't know the language, and it was an experience. So I resonated from that level of traveling solo. And then I also even the relationship and love connection, with my marriage, me and my husband, we lost one of our babies, had a miscarriage in 2020. And so I resonated with that character of I did go to my husband, do you still love me? Do you still want to be married to
Wow.
me? What if I can't have your baby? 20,
Wow.
full circle, I am pregnant. I'm having his baby, so he got to stay with me because
Yeah.
it is what it is now. But I did have those conversations with him as a woman, and I know that's not an experience that's just siloed to Black women. So I feel like not only in our blogs and articles, but in the movies, there's a lot that women can resonate as women, right? That we deal with. You gonna, I don't know. I feel like everyone's like, do you still love me? Do you
Mhm.
love me after
Mhm.
everything and all we've been through? Or, I feel like there's touch points for everyone. And not even just women, everyone in that movie. Anyone can resonate. And even if you can't see yourself in that situation, maybe you can see, okay, this is how she may feel, or maybe this is where she's
Mhm.
coming from, and
Mhm.
take it from that standpoint. So I think there's something for everyone in these movies, in these blogs, in these experiences, as well as just supporting, right? And being an ally to the community by watching, by reading, by shopping. That's another way to be a part of the community.
Yes, yes. So what is something when you don't have your worker bee hat on, what can we see Sharnel getting into in her downtime? What do you like to do?
Pre-baby, post-baby,
Oh,
during baby.
baby.
I feel like there's different hats. No. Pre-baby, I was on this Peloton journey. I had started filming myself. I'm like, I'm gonna make this real and show all this weight loss. And I'm like, I loved it. I was getting my friends over here to try it. I was I should have been a spokesperson for Peloton. after I got pregnant, I said, what is working out? I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'm, I'm like, y'all don't get this weight. I baby weight, happy weight, all the weight, But no, that for me, that was like pre-baby. But also I am a creative at heart. I love to paint. My first time really truly painting outside of like elementary school was when I studied abroad in China, and one of our extracurricular activities was painting. And so I'm just like, oh, let me just follow the teacher and just something to do. And I found out I love to paint. I was like, what? Like, this is like a break for me. And so when I came back to the States, I kept painting. I actually started working, like, I had a full time job, but then I started working part time at like one of those paint and sips. And so I
Oh,
started doing that on the weekends because I really love teaching people how to paint. And then during COVID, and I was in grad school, I opened up my own paint and sip business. Of course, COVID had to revamp that. So I do it
right.
virtually as well. And so I offer paint kits and paint. And then I just like to paint for myself. Now, am I going to paint the baby's wall in the room? No.
Yeah. I
But
don't
will
know.
I paint like, will I paint like, canvases and just stuff like that? Yeah. So I love to paint. And then my other guilty pleasure is I love anime. Like, before I put the shirt on, I had on an anime shirt. And you can like, I'm just an anime fan for
I love
always and
it.
forever. I'm a nerd, and that's okay. And I love it. I
No,
anime, DC,
so am I.
all
Hold on. My nerd looks different. My nerd looks like J.R.R. Tolkien. That's so I'm a nerd too. It's just different shades. So I dig what you're saying.
Is that Lord of the Rings?
Yes, I'm totally.
I haven't watched the new show.
Me neither.
Not yet,
Not
but
yet.
this weekend I will binge it. I will binge the three. I think it's 3, 4 episodes that are out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm into that too. Like, yes, Game of Thrones, all of it. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. So you're talking to the choir right now. So you're amongst kinfolk right here. But Sharnel, I just want to say thank you so much for your time and for talking with us. And before I let you go, I just want to give this last moment for anything that you want to express, whether it's about yourself, to encourage women, to talk about Hallmark Mahogany. This is just your, I guess we can call it your mahogany moment. This is your
Oh,
moment.
hashtag. I mean, not gonna lie, that hashtag was thrown out like a year ago. Like, we should lean
Yes.
into it. But hey, Dar, if you start hashtagging it, I will lean into it myself.
Oh yes.
But no, I'm like, I follow hashtags. I follow Hallmark Mahogany hashtag. So I'm looking. I know some people be like, I see Sharnel like it because I'm watching. I'm telling you, that's how I find people in the community, products. Just trust me, we are out here. We're a small but mighty team and we're working. But no, first I want to say thank you, Dara, for having me on this platform. Super exciting. I know we've been trying to get together for months, but I feel like God's timing is perfect timing. This is like the best timing because I am finally up for air before we launch our e-commerce platform. So thank you so much for reaching out. Thank you for taking the time to be passionate and open and speaking about not only Hallmark but mahogany. I watched a few of your videos from when pre-watching the movie and post-watching the movie, and I can just tell the passions there. Like, love it. I am with you there. I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one that felt this. Like, there's other people and there's other women that feel the same way I felt about this movie or this experience and whatnot. And so I truly love it. Love your passion and your energy around it. And so super grateful that you picked me to be on your show. And so thank you on behalf of Hallmark Mahogany team. And as always, I will say, go to mahogany.com, go read our blog, go shop our product, go give us some shout out in our social media at Hallmark Mahogany. Let us know if we're missing something, if you love us, not if you hate us, if you love us, but you want us to do something different, tell us, like how your auntie pull you aside at holiday since you get a little bigger. Like, give us a little DM, not in the comment. No, but go and love on us and support us because we are a team of Black women that is running this engine and we're trying to continue to grow and go. And so we love the support from people like you, Dara, and from other women that watch our podcast, that comment. And so let us know what you think. We're excited. I don't know if you can tell by my energy but this is the energy of our team. We're excited. I know I'm getting emails right now like, okay, .com, let's go. And so we're super excited. I'm excited. follow me, at me, hit me up in the DMs. I may take a little while on the DMs because sometimes I be missing them. And ask Darsh, I miss, it's not y'all, it's me. I'm gonna blame pregnancy. I miss text messages, calls, DMs. Ask my friends, I'll email, text them back a week later, like, oh, I thought I had messaged you. So message me, ask me questions. I'm so excited for you all to see our new e-commerce platform on mahogany.com. And thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And guys, all of those links to her social media, as well as Hallmark Mahogany and the website, the writing community, all of that is going to be in the show notes if you're listening via podcast, and in the description box if you're watching via YouTube. So guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Dear Hallmark. She's Sharnel. I'm Dara, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.